Oh, shoot. I got volume. I got volume. Look at this thing. You guys. Music. Check it out. I had somebody tell me once, too, that I read tarot like the news. Like I'm reporting the weather. So I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing as how my father is in news television. So that tracks because I was brought up in the industry. I went to the studio all the time and would watch broadcasts and stuff. That was actually pretty cool. And my dad got to read the news once. That was actually pretty cool when I was a kid. So I got to see that. Hi, Thurka. How are you? Good to see you, darling. You missed me last night. Good day, matey. Good day. I'm late, but I'm here. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm well. How are you, darling? I'm fantastic. You were at the lawyer's? How's it going? Perfect. Good. Yay. How's it going at the lawyer? I'm super curious. Was this just a meeting between you both and there wasn't anything to do with like the everybody financial contract? Okay. Was he there? Was he there with you? Thurka, I know you missed me last night. Do you have a question for me? I'll go ahead and get that answered for you. You got a question about Armungam? Am I saying that name right? I can never ask you legitimately. I think I've asked you once here. I know you have a question. So it's like, I want. Because you did come in late. Just you and your lawyer. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. Just making the contract nice and tight. Baller. Oh, God. Yeah, look, the Page of Wands fell out. Negotiations, verbalization of contracts, finalizing the details, Ace of Swords. Yes. Okay. Armungam? Okay. Armungam. How does Armungam feel about Thurka? Is this the question? Am I that good? Current energy towards Thurka. I knew it. I knew it. Uh-oh. Up. Okay. Oh. So that's like, okay, so that's somebody who's like strategizing how to like pull away from this to be able to focus on their independence. I got the Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Pulling away from the connection to focus on self, with the Death card also coming out. What is Armungam's current feelings, energy towards Thurka? Dang, still. He still stays in Hermit. I have the Six of Wands back here, but I wanted to just take that. I wanted to just take the Hermit because it was up. Dealing in the up only. Up only. Oh, yeah. Totally. Of course, matey. I sound like a pirate. I'm not gonna try. Of course, mate. I'll do it Texan. I could say it Texan style. Okay, what is Armungam's current energy? Feelings towards Thurka. Armungam's current energy and feelings towards Thurka. I sound like a pirate. I'm not doing it. Oh, okay. The Page of Wands. Oh. Oh. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So super slow energy. Messengers and actions of messengers, but still in this hermit mode. But there's like there's thinking, there's thoughts of conversation and the willingness to maybe think about sending message coming up, but again, slow and currently blocked. Okay. I'm doing the accent well from an Australian. What? What? Or for a pirate? Am I doing the pirate good? That's funny. Slow, slow, slow. Always slow. Bro, he's slow. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. That's funny. I like it. I like it. That's fun. Good on you. I am so stealing that. My mom would love that. My mom watches a lot of BBC and uses very British and very UK phrases a lot. I have no idea what she's saying a lot, and she thinks it's hilarious. She thinks British comedy is hilarious. I don't understand them. I think it's funny that she thinks it's funny. I guess if I sat in it long enough. Yeah. So does that resonate, Thurka? You good to go? So yeah, slow but thinking about it. But he remains distant. He remains isolated and still kind of thinking. Like thinking about things from his perspective and having that depth. There's a depth. There's a looking inside about things. But there's a possible willingness to send message. I keep feeling like we keep getting this message, though, that it's slow. There's the thought of a message, but there's still introversion. So there's still this like pulling back. Okay. Are you being served? Oh, funny. Yeah, right. British and Aussie humor. Yep, very similar. I know. Yeah. Similar but not. You know, there's this like kind of there's a takeaway from one another, but a need to be separate. I know. I have a strong like feeling on that. I'm so geographically challenged. Honestly, I've never even been outside of the United States. I don't even have a passport. I'm very geographically challenged, but yeah, I think yeah, I was getting that kind of loud and clear. And then I'm kind of feeling, yeah. Anyway, one of my guides is French European. Saint Germain. He had a lot to do with European revolutionary events and such. That's one of my spirit guides. Let's see. Are you being served as your absolute favorite? That's funny. Y'all are funny. British and Aussie. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all are funny. All right. I have a feeling Miss Grace eventually will want to get to some questions. Let's see. I got that 8 of Pentacles that fell out. I love the 8 of Pentacles. I felt like all at the beginning of the year, I kept pulling 8 of Pentacles energy, which is about learning, working, raising your standards, really setting higher standards for yourself. And also 2024 is an 8 year. And 8s are about abundance. And to have this be the year of 8 of abundance and to keep pulling the 8 of Pentacles, I've had a great affinity and fondness for the 8 of Pentacles this year. And that's been kind of my goal setting because I'm working towards that 9 of Pentacle energy, which is that pre-Empress. To where I can just kind of sit back and let my schedule write itself. Look, I almost did it. The 9 of Cups. I almost did it. 9 of Cups. Yeah, wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. To that wish fulfillment. Well, this is close. That Emperor. Focus, hard work, determination, and absolutely a lot of this. A lot of healing. A lot of forward momentum. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Chariot, King of Swords, Knight of Swords. Forward ho! What'd you call me? Okay. Any universe message about your love life? Let's see. Love to know, after having a chat with your lawyer yesterday, got you all up in your head. All up in your head. Spiritual questions ready to ask. Yep. If the custody will play out in your favor. Okay. I like how you spell favor, because it makes me want to put a favor. I want to at the end of it, like how y'all do. I like it. I know. I forgot. What'd you call me? That's how you spell it in Australia? Yeah. Hey, I spell magic with a K at the end, so. And I'm from here. Well, I'm here on Earth. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Will the custody play out in Grace's favor? Now, girl, I do not do health or legal, but because it's you, and because there's not many of us in here, and because I started reading that at 11:11, I think I'm called to do it. Plus, I kept pulling the justice card earlier. I kept pulling justice. So, will the custody play out in your favor? Four of Cups. I remember, I can't help but think of, like, they're giving me flashes. They're giving me flashes of your previous readings where I said that the judge is going to be fair to the circumstances, not necessarily to what you think or what you want, but he's going to take it in a very matter-of-fact way to preserve law based on facts. Okay. I didn't want to ask, but I had to cry today. Yeah. Hi, Evo. Evo, I hope I'm saying your beautiful name correctly. Is it Ivo? Evo? Ivo. I want to like accent it. Okay. Will the custody play out in Grace's favor? Will the custody play out in Grace's favor? So I got the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. Oof. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles on here is about something like over a duration of time. Something over a duration of time where they possibly might come back and renegotiate, reestablish the ground rules. But initially, I don't know if things are going to go in your favor, love, in this current energy. In this current energy, things are looking a little bit less than satisfactory for what you're thinking. And this is emotional. This is that 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, my darling. It's like, this is you being disappointed. I think you're going to be pretty disappointed. But I'm thinking here that there is going to be over time, there's going to be like going back to the drawing board. Look at this. Like everybody's going back to renegotiate. Look, we worked out this, and I think it needs to actually be this. Okay. But this Knight of Pentacles, okay, it's not a queen. It's not a king. It's not major arcana. Okay. So maybe like a few months where this kind of goes according to whatever the judgment is, And then that is the news delivered. Everybody's kind of going through the process of things for months and months and months. And then just like, you know what, this ain't working. This ain't working. We're gonna look at things differently. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 10. I added 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 10 Swords. Ending something because of like stress, anxiety, somebody not able to honestly do the work or speak truthfully, or something here about facts that are not adding up, or something here gets screwed up where they got to kind of come back and negotiate. But it's going to be like a couple months. Okay, babe? Mm-hmm. Should it come through? Either way, pronouncing my name is good. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Yes, that's what's happening now. I wanted to go all out in the end to get full custody. Yeah, because it's split right now. Yes, that's exactly what's happening because it's not working with the situation right now. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep, that's here. But look. Ooh. Ooh, the Ten of Swords is here, babe. The Ten of Swords is here. And look, the mother figure, look at this. The mother figure, you're going to get something here with a judgment of them like refiguring something out, strategizing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You're going to be fine. I think things are going to go in your favor. Here's a page. Here's a page. Here's another queen. And then he's gonna be the one who's pushed out. He'll be the one pushed out over time. Wow. You know, I don't do legal, but that was kind of fun. So definitely purge your emotions. Definitely go through all that. Get that crap the F out of you before you go and have to face all this, right? Anything you need to do to face this, look at it, whatever all this crap is triggering inside of you, look at that first before you have to go and do trial, court, any of that stuff. Because if you have to see him while you guys are talking things out and negotiating things, I luckily worked things out. We didn't have children involved. Luckily, we were able to work things out to where I was protected, and we just dealt with the mediators, and then I never had to see him, not ever again. Even when we had to go to mediation, we had to stay in the same office, but we arrived at different times. We left at different times. Our lawyers, I made sure that my lawyer was protecting the F out of me because I just needed it because he was nuts. I was crazy people. I attract crazy people. Not anymore. Not anymore because I'm divinely protected and there's a hedge of protection around me. And the crazy people who try me just go further crazy. And the more they focus on me, the further crazier they get. So they would be smarter if they just let me go and go focus on themselves. But you know. Oh, look at this. Another page. 3 queens, 3 pages. Is your lawyer a female? Is your lawyer a female? Is the judge female? Are there like a lot of feminine like that, Zen? Oh, good. I'm glad. Consistency kind of situation. I'm learning myself. Yes. Nice high conflict. He's doing this to hurt you because he's got slapped with demon. Yeah. That's it. I mean, people using children as pawns. It sucks. Going back to court for the in this next time. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She's woman, female, law firm. Really? Is the judge a woman too? Because I pulled 3 queens. And then there's like all the page energy coming out. Something with the child has everybody just kind of like on high alert. They're just like, this ain't working. Let's go back. Let's figure this out. But it might be like months. Because the Knight of Pentacles is this kind of like slow, steady, like this kind of like energy of like showing something, and it's consistency. It's consistency. And then there's a need to re-collaborate. It does not lie, for real. There's a court register and your child's lawyer is female. It's going back in that in 4 months. Yeah. Yes. Yes, queen. Yeah. Um, you know. So, you know what I just realized? I am not wearing I'm not wearing any jewelry. Where are my crystals? I'm raw. Ah! And do I have candles even lit? I'm just out here raw dogging it. I'm on point. My spirit guides are on point. My vessel, my channel is open. I had a really, really good. I know you want a sage. I had a really good meditation today. So, so the guides are rewarding me with accuracy and details. No. I I don't know. I don't know. No crystals, no runes. I'm raw. I'm raw dogging it. No worries. Happy to help. Happy to help. Does anyone else have a question that I can answer? And and when I say answer, I mean I'm basically giving you all like these little. I like this is a mini reading. This is what people pay for on TikTok and get ripped off with. Because my readings, I'm like, I'll go even further. So, anyway, just because I like to talk and I like the detail, when my spirit team keeps going, so does this. I don't just like, insert more quarters to get more information. Put a quarter slot right here. Tapped in. Stop. Zoltar. Yes. Dude, he was scary for real. Ask me anything. Make your wish. I don't need to grant wishes. I would please not like to grant wishes. I do not want to be a genie. I do not want to be that type of that's like entrapment. I think it's enslavement to your job forever and ever and ever and ever. Oh, cute. Like to see if it was plugged in. Oh, how funny. Oh, how funny. I love that. That's so cute. Yeah, sure. Okay. Is Thurka still here too? Thurka babe, I forgot to ask you about you're gonna say enslavement? The genie. What's funny is every time I'm in the kitchen, if I'm cleaning or cooking, I dream of genie theme song pops in my head. And then I start whistling the Hi, Mabel. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Universe message about your love life. Okay. Any message about Thurka's love life? Mabel, do you have a question? It was a great show. It was awesome. I loved Bewitched and I Dream of Genie. I loved Green Acres. I watched Green Acres a lot. That was pretty funny. Andy Griffith, like all of them. All of Andy Griffith with my parents. Me and my parents would always watch Andy Griffith all the time. We still quote it. Citizens arrest. So funny. We say it all the time when somebody's acting out in public. Oh, sorry, Thurka. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be working. I'm not working. Okay. Any messages? Oh, Mabel. Oh, darling. Whew. I'm my condolences. Wow, you just like ding. Mabel, I'm so sorry for your loss. That's difficult. Was he up there in age, like 70s or above? What upcoming messages does universe have for Thurka? Only 66. Oh, my father is 66, babe. Woo. My father is 66 too. My first thought was 60s, but I was hoping for 70s at least. And I almost said the 60s because I don't want to think about that myself, because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I had a cry the other day at my fear of that very thing. Wow. Big loves. Big love, Mabel. Big love, babe. Okay. So let me get Thurka real quick. Let me grab Thurka real quick. Thurka. Yeah, I know. That's true, Zen. That's very true, honestly. Okay. What does universe need for Thurka to know about the upcoming months? Let's see. Upcoming days. The coming days. Two of Swords. Still kind of blocked for the next coming days. Why did I say months? I said months at first. Like, I think it's going to be months until this kind of loosens up to show you any progress. But once those months come, then you're going to see progress. You're going to see like messages. You're going to have some reciprocation. But currently, like, look at this too. Like 2 months, I'm thinking. Like 2 more months of like nothing. Let's see. So what does universe messages have for Thurka? Yeah, 7 of Wands. Still feeling like you're needing this time. You're still needing this time to kind of think about things in a different way. 6 of Wands to the Emperor, to the Star, to the Queen. Yeah, so more patience still, because a reunion is coming of something that you are looking for later, but it's going to be later. Okay. It is going to be later. Yeah. Pages. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. There's the Knight of Pentacles again. So we do have High Priestess, somebody still keeping to themselves, but this is that spiritual work you're still needing to do on yourself in order to figure out what it is inside of you that needs to be different whenever you guys do have these conversations coming up soon, right? Because you're still sending a lot of energy outward. What are you doing for that inward work, Thurka? What are you doing for that inward work? Because you ask a lot of questions about outward people. What do you do for inward work? Okay, that needs to be your focus right now. The second you start turning your energy back to self, you're going to attract into you. So during these next coming months, Spirit is asking for you to look at a serious overview of what happened, what was done, what did it make you feel like inside? Not to sound like your therapist or a counselor or anything, but how does this make you feel? You know what I mean? I mean, you got to go there for real, because it's about you. It's not about them. It's about self confirmation. It's about self. It's about you needing to figure out, what did this do to you, and what do you need to work on in order for it to be different when y'all do come back into union? Because y'all can't come back together just same old and expecting something better to be. It's not the case. You know, this is not like time heals all wounds. Time gives you the opportunity to heal wounds, you see, but it's a matter of what you do with it during that time. Okay, you got to make the most of your time. We can't just be looking out going, where are they? You know, I mean, get your butt back here, you know, I mean, and then what? You know, and then what? We're going to repeat, going for round 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many rounds y'all have been in. So, alrighty, my darling. 3 weeks after your grandpa died, I was in a dream. Oh, coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah. It's such a distinct smell too. That coffee, you will not miss that. You will not mistake that for any other smell at all. Coffee is undeniable. You're either smelling caramel or coffee. It's undeniable. Okay, Miss Thurka. Yeah, I know. You guys want that. You guys want me to tell you about them, but you know how I am. What about you? What about you? We need to look inward always, because that's what's going to matter when y'all come back together. And then even if they haven't changed very much, if you've changed, you will inspire them to want to change or to want to be better, to aspire to have your connection because of the work you've done on yourself. We have to make ourselves look like a prize in order to be obtained. Okay. Beautiful. Very distinct smell. It is, for sure. And if you love coffee, you crave it. And if you don't love coffee, you smell it and you're like, ugh. Why? I feel that way about pickles. Why would you do that? Cool, Thurka. Very good, darling. Very good, darling. Okay. Mabel, do you have a question for me? Somebody gave me an 1111 on my post. Cool. Thank you. I'm scrolling and reading. Pardon my study face. Okay. Ivo, or you're welcome, darling. Ivo, or oh, Grace, did you have another question? You love pickles? You can have mine. I used to tell that to the servers when they would, I'd be like, you can hold the pickles or you can put them on their plates. You take all my pickles and put them on everybody else's plates, because do not put them on my plate. You can take all my pickles and give them away. Everybody else at the table can have them. I don't want them. I don't want to smell them. I don't want to see them. I don't want the juice. I don't want that little neon green little puddle on my plate. I don't want that. But I do like salt and vinegar chips, and I like I don't like relish either. You want to ask about 7D? Later. I love it. A jar of juice? Gross. Okay, what's coming up in the next 3 months for Mabel? Let me grab. You're lurking today? Lurk away. You know who just popped in my head? You rang. Lurk. I love it. Lurk away, babe. 7D. So you know what? 5D, you're pretty much an instant manifester when you reach 5D level. And this is a state of unconditional love, total acceptance, peace, total peace with all things. Okay. You become an instant manifester. When you're in low vibrational states, you're constantly sending your energy out and blah, 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 right? You have no control of yourself. Chaotically creating more of this. Bleh. We're going to get to that. Hang on. We'll get to that. Hang on. Mabel. My darling Mabel. What is coming for Mabel in the next 3 months? Next 3 months for Mabel, please. Next 3 months for Mabel. I know. I'm just getting pentacles. Yeah. I keep having pentacles like in my head when I'm thinking of what's coming in for you the next 3 months. And then you're just going to kind of rebuild your foundations and start just kind of, progressing forward, figuring out how to adjust, progressing forward, Wheel of Fortune. Mabel for the next 3 months, please, Spirit. Mabel for the next 3 months, Spirit, please. Mabel for the next 3 months, please. Devil card. Okay. Mabel for the next 3 months. Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, 3 months, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers, 2 of Pentacles, Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. There they are. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. So during these next 3 months, you're going to be tempted with all kinds of things to possibly distract you. You might be a little bit obsessed with some things, some changes happening around you. There could be some, you know, I wouldn't relinquish too much of any amount of your energy towards masking anything you're dealing with or coping with anything temporary. You're not really going to find a lot of satisfaction from temporary masks during the next 3 months. So this is going to be some kind of, there's some thinking about some risky things. You got some things coming in here. I mean, just kind of move past that. There could be things coming up with people around you, with what's coming out about some risky behavior. People are coming in and out. Maybe people are going to start getting really greedy and gross. People could start getting really gross, like here in the next 3 months, showing you some really, do you have a lot of family and stuff? Did he have like a will and all that stuff set up? I mean, is everyone going to be now looking at all that since he passed? I got Capricorn out here, Gemini, and Taurus. Capricorn, Gemini, and Taurus out here. Lots of earth and fire. Also, lots of earth and fire signs. I do see an opportunity, though, for you to start making some major decisions. You're going to be kind of up in your head about what to do, but I see you figuring out how to start planning for your future in a very positive way by probably seeking some counsel, by seeking outward, by looking outward for some assistance, for some counsel, for some guidance on how to progress forward, on how to plan forward. A lot of family. Okay. Okay. Were your parents together? There's a rare reveal more secrets on the correct manifestation. You got it. Your parents were together. Okay. Oh, your poor mom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Oh, look, here she comes. Look at this. Wow. How interesting. Okay, so within the next 3 months, you guys are like going to start like planning these new ways of going about. Look at this, Ace of Swords. So like information's going to start coming forward. People are going to start negotiating. There's going to be a lot of like issues coming out. Here's another ace. So we've got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. I did it again. All these left, 4 aces. And y'all see how crazy I shuffle. I shuffle, I shuffle, I shuffle, I shuffle. I gave you all 4 aces. So there's some sort of a new start, a new beginning, and it requires everything to be together to like all be in like handled correctly. There's a lot of negotiations here. Here's your mom. Probably making some major decisions to cut some people out. Oof. There's, you know, people are going to come in, try to charm, you know, negotiates, you know, giving sob stories, probably telling things. Wow. Huh. Next 3 months are going to be interesting. But it's going to be like this kind of hiatus of this up and down. There's going to be a lot of positive things. There's going to be a lot, you know, a lot of negative things. There's going to be some true colors revealed. But I do see that it's going to help you guys kind of understand like how, like what needs to be kind of cut away from. 2 3s, all 4 aces. Yes. Ooh, she's got some decisions to make. But there's going to be some cutting out. Like before we move forward, your mom's going to say, like, going forward, this is how, you know, X, Y, and Z is going to be handled. She's going to have a new beginning. You're going to have a new beginning. Everybody's going to kind of learn how to adjust and process and move through this. And there's going to be some realizations, some cuts made through your family about people that you're going to have some realizations about their true colors and their intentions. It's going to show some ugly sides of people, but ultimately, I feel like everybody's just going to kind of like figure out how to begin again, how to move forward from this. Interesting that I had the 4 of Wands earlier trying to fall out, and I've got 4 aces here. Rebuilding foundations. Very grounded, matter-of-fact energy, though. There's very, very, very matter-of-fact energy all around this. Like any negotiations, talking, anybody, you know, trying to like handle things or make things confused, it's still remaining balanced. This is emotional chaos all around you, but it still remains like, look, we're going to take this like one thing at a time. I just keep thinking that too. One thing at a time, one person at a time, one detail at a time. Like, don't get overwhelmed with the totality of everything. Take it one thing at a time. You've got 4 aces out here. It's like one thing at a time. Tick this off next. Tick this off next. Tick this off next. Because not only are y'all dealing with the grieving process, you're also dealing with, you know, how to, you know, God, there's so much to do. It's just a lot to do. And it's a readjustment while you're processing things. So it's a new way of being. Don't get in your head about things. Do not get in your head about things. Okay, that doesn't solve anything. When you have the need to cry, cry. When you have the need to feel anger and pissed off, move through that emotion. Get it out. Get it out. Whatever you got to do. These are your human birthrights to be able to process, think, feel, grieve, all that stuff. But you got to get it out of you. You can't, you know, sit there and put on a brave face and stay stoic forever. You can do this for people in the right audience as needed, but then take your time, go off, shut a door, purge. GTFO, get it the F out. Okay. Because I know you're going to try and be strong for everybody. I would do the same thing. I held it together until my grandma's funeral. Like I was holding it together. I was not crying. She was 89. She was 89, almost 90 years old. So we kind of like, you know, the end was near. She didn't eat the healthiest, all this stuff, but like I held it together. And then when we had to get up and say a few things during the funeral, I spoke through tears. But it was moving and it was cute, and I made people laugh through tears, and it was, you know, it needed to be. And then there's still moments, you know, it's not something you ever get over. It's something you just get used to. Okay, you just get used to it. That's all. You're never going to get over it. You just get used to it. Okay. Exactly, Grace. Oh, I love smart people. I'm gonna put you in my pocket. I love smart people. Cleanses and her decks. Also, yes. Look at my smarty pants. I love it. Spiritual intelligence, baby. Welcome to the room. Horrid separation custody last year when my dad died. Oh, see? Girly. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when my parents were going through their separation and their divorce, I was, my marriage was ending. I was going through like this trial for a hit and run. Somebody hit and ran on my vehicle, and dude went nuts and started stalking me and tormenting me. And then I was going through like 2 divorces, my parents. Oh my God, it was it was a horrible time. My job, something was going on with my job at the time too. It was like, I was working with my ex-husband, and it was a nightmare because he was my boss. He wasn't my husband. So, oof. I mean, we were married, but he would never act like a husband. He only acted like my boss. So it was horrible. Thus the divorce. All right, my darlings. Secrets on the correct manifestations. We go through these things because we're meant to help people get through them. That's why we went through all this crap. That's why I've been to, that's why I was a party girl throughout my entire teen lives. That's why I've been through childhood traumas up until, my teenage years. I got kicked out of my home multiple times, came home, went out, came back, went out, came back, went out, came back multiple times. Got involved with many, 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 many horrible people. Had many, many, many times I've lost everything. That I've been to jail many times. I fought addiction many times. I have been, having to get home from a town. I have no idea where I'm at. I mean, we go through these things so we can help other people and guide them back to center. So to have experienced a true clinically diagnosed narcissist is on another level. And to come out of that with that acknowledgement of behavioral tactics and to see it with a very clear vision for what it is instead of being in the haze of what you hope it can turn into, or, once you smack yourself out of the delusions and you gain your strength and your abilities to get away, should you be able to, then you come out of that stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever. But there's still those people that are out there, and it's deeply, deeply taught right now. Narcissism is huge right now. uh But like, a lot of people can have narcissistic tendencies, but to have all of them and to be clinically diagnosed as a narcissist, another level. There can be people with narcissistic tendencies where they, are not aware of it. Sometimes you can absorb and uh gathered those tendencies having dealing with a narcissist for so long out of defense mechanisms, right? You get defensive against their tactics. So you start to accumulate some things from their playbook to start to, mirror and defend yourself sometimes. And it's important, like when you go through those things, to acknowledge that and to, release those things as well. That's all a part of that healing journey, like the things outside of you that trigger you within that cause you to act in a certain way. That's important part of the healing, to recognize that and release it, to work through that. So I've done it all. Oh, I've done so much. I've also worked everywhere, in every field, every industry ever. That's why I speak like this. That's why I speak eloquently. I've been in the professional field a very long time. I've been working since I'm 14. No, I've been babysitting since I'm 10, but then like moved into dog walk, house sitting, mostly babysitting until I had my first W-2 job at 15, and then working ever since. No, mine wasn't tendencies. He was exposed and abuse. Yeah. False reports on you. Yep. There you go. That's it. All the way. Yep. All the way. And then when you go to leave them, they go to it's like stage 20, right, of narcissistic levels where you're just like, what is going on? Because the things they do, like come after you, like mine was like running after me with like his phone trying to record me. Because I had like what did I have? Like I think I had a gram of marijuana and my pipe, and he was like, I'm gonna report you. And I was like, for a gram? It was funny. He was like chasing me all around, and I jumped in my car and left. That was like the day I left. And we keep coming back with the cops trying to like get me to leave the ranch, but I had court orders to be there during these specific times, and he kept trying to get me arrested. I got my U-Haul, and he tried to get me arrested for getting a U-Haul because I was court ordered to come and gather my things, and I was allowed, and he was supposed to legally leave the home so I could get my things, and he was like there with the cops all the time. I was like, can no one read? Shall I read the decree to you? I mean, it is East Texas. I know the reading levels are pretty low, but I'm just kidding. Come on. Can anyone read? Okay. Horrifying to see that. Look back. Well, like looking back on it, like their experiences, and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 10. I was cleared. However, now I'm trying to advocate women whose partners abuse the system to their benefit. A lot of people do that. It's both sides of the door, babe. It's an unhealed person. It's like people who like to target certain signs. Any sign that is unhealed can be toxic. Any sign. People who like to target certain signs is because this sign is drawn into your life for a reason. You're supposed to understand that reason for whatever. I have Geminis coming into my life a lot. I'm surrounded by Aquarius a lot. I'm a Cancer Sun, Libra Moon, Aquarius rising. My father's a Gemini. My mother's an Aquarius. I have many Aquarian cousins. I have a best friend who's a Gemini. I have 2 cusp Cancer Gemini friends, and we're all in the same core group. Girl, I had my ex-boss was a Gemini, and I was just like, what is up? Because Geminis be like, with me, but it's that unhealed part of them, and it's that thing that I'm supposed to recognize and understand something there. And there's something in my chart. I think it's my IC is in Gemini. But there's something in the charts, right? And so this is why I'm supposed to study astrology and master in it, so I can understand what's going on there. Using your child recorded you instead of was crazy. Yeah, they do the using of the children as bait and pawns in the game of their little chess game. Their little chess game. Children are just pieces on the board that they manipulate and use in order to get reactions out of, in order to get you to move your pieces. They will move and use that. So these are all just games and tactics and shit like that. So what you got to do is be smarter and think ahead, live in your authenticity, and remain in the most positive, optimistic light, because they are not going to. And that is your best. That's your best way to absolutely defend yourself against everything that they say, is to live in a very high vibe, positive light anyway. So no matter what they say, the more they talk about you, the crazier they look, right? Because you're healed. You're doing the work on yourself. And this person cannot stop thinking about you, talking about you, stalking you, sending negativity your way. I mean, who's the crazy one? Right? I mean, can you blame me for leaving? You know what I mean? Look at it. Just look at it, would you? So, the best revenge is your healing. Narcs love empaths. It's bait. It's like prey and predator. Prey and predator. It's what that is. The only people that win in anything legality involved are the lawyers. Period. The only people that ever win in anything court related are the lawyers, because no matter what, everybody's coming out of that scathed. You know, something is going to affect somebody somewhere, somehow. Everybody's going to be affected. It sucks. The only people that win are the lawyers. So is Evo still here? Is Evo? I want to look at this 7D because I only have 5D. What do I have here? I've got 5D. Yeah, so what I have here, if you can see here, you see here, this is 5D stuff here, reality, ecstasy, right? Unity. This is freedom and happiness, love and inner peace, right? Love and inner peace. So when we're in the 5D, this is instant manifestation because you have that inner peace. And I do have, I have another oracle that talks about peace. And it's so good. I've almost got it memorized. Let's see. 7D the other day, and I didn't know what it was about. Right. 7D is just like, okay, so there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm sure people are skipping the 6D because everybody's scared of the number 6. But 6 is about that getting your attention. Okay, it gets your attention in the 6. The 7 is a call to action. 8 is about the action. 9 is about seeing the work, the rewards, and kind of relishing in your accomplishments and being almost ready to be done. And then 10s, of course, are about completion. But that's just for numerology. I want to grab my other deck. So sorry, just a second. I'm wired. I'm wiry and wiry. Hang on. Is that Scottish? Y'all look at this television reporter stuff here. Yes. Okay. Hang on. I got. Okay. 7D. I almost feel like I can look it up real quick. Hang on. I think I can look it up. I think I can look it up. Hang on. I don't know good stuff. The 7D. Cute. Okay, hang on. The 7D. I mean, I don't even know how much I trust Google, but we'll see. Oh, it's bringing up cameras. Seventh dimension. Okay. You can't bring up 7D on Google because it brings up everything but esoteric information. Excuse me just a second. I have a very limited amount. I don't know where my glasses cleaner is. Hang on a second. So the 7D, Okay, here we go. Found it. Okay, so from what I've heard, seventh dimensional beings are not separate beings, but part of a collective. So an amalgamation. Wow. Amalgamation of a group of beings. For example, all of humanity would become one as a seventh dimensional being. I also heard that the sixth dimension is the last dimension where we have a physical body. That's why no one's talking about the sixth dimension. We get rid of our physical body. Whoa. That's interesting. Okay, so the sixth dimension is where you get rid of your physical body. The seventh dimension. Let's see. Whoa. This is going to take some interesting work. I have not looked at this at all. I think this is a Cura. I don't think they'd have anything on Reddit. Listen to videos of podcasts of people who are able to channel interdimensional beings. Wendy Kennedy, Lisa Royal Holt, Rob Gauthier, Jane Roberts, etc. Really enlightening. They all have relatively the same views on all 12 dimensions, what they look like, and what will happen to us when we get there. Or listen to people who remember their past lives living on another planet, who have really good knowledge on dimensions. Matthias De Stefano, for example. Unfortunately, part of our soul contract to live on this planet has its conditions, and some of them were to forget where we came from. Yes, I know this. We're to forget where we came from, and what we are a part of, which is all a part of the human experience here on Earth. And so, fortunately, these mysteries are only temporary. We will not understand much more about dimensions in between this incarnation and the next. This truth can be found by going deep within ourselves rather than looking outwardly for the answers. Yeah, deep within ourselves, like what I say all the freaking time. Stop looking out, look in. Looking outwards is a huge, huge waste of time. Huge waste of time. Looking at somebody else going, make me happy. Waste of time, like huge. Like there's so much work to do within that makes yourself to be this powerful creator being to where you just instantly draw in to you and you create just because you think. I think, therefore I am, right? This energy of Om, the I am, the Omega, right? Whew. Yep. Only route is through. Yes. Assimilated. See everything from one point all at once. So the seventh dimensional viewpoint affords access to the first of the heaven planes based in the void of the sixth dimension. It further allows access to silver white light and bliss. Silver white light and bliss. Yeah, blissed out, like a blissed out state. This is total enlightenment. I have experienced this once. One time I've experienced complete and total enlightenment. When I came back from that meditation, I got to tell you, it was better than any drug I'd ever taken in my entire life. It was the most euphoric I had ever experienced in anything. And I mean, wink, wink, anything. Experiencing this seventh dimensional experience, because if it is that blissed out state, I've done it one time and I've been chasing it ever since, just like that first high, right? That first high, you're constantly chasing that state of enlightenment. There's been many, many trips, but I haven't really touched on them like I did that one. That was the one time where I was conscious in a subconscious state while being fully blissed out. And I came back from that meditative state with complete and total recall of every experience I had. And it felt like I was there for 20 minutes, but it was like 2-hour long meditation, but it felt like I was there for only 20 minutes. And when I came out of it, I was like, holy crap. And all I want to do is go back. I just want to go back. So chasing for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you stay there and keep elevating? Oh, really? Interesting. No, there's different levels. There's different levels, and it depends on your conscious state. Wherever your consciousness is in this realm depends on the level to which you can extend outward from that. through your subconscious state. See, I don't even know this crap. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm just channeling this crap. This is but this is that connectivity that you're experiencing. There's a level of connectivity that you need. There we go. Okay. Let me keep going. So, because it consists of balanced accumulation of all 7 vibrational levels that separate the dimensions, it affords an evolutionary advance of 2 entire major levels of consciousness. To put this into perspective, there is only one major level separating the human kingdom from the animal kingdom. More importantly, it affords the student with the ability, by centering in the 7th dimension, to safely navigate the 5th dimension without getting lost in the labyrinth of physical and emotional cul-de-sacs that is the principal signature of the physical creative planes of existence. Emotional cul-de-sacs. That is so fantastic the way they're putting that, because it's about that you get stuck in these realms of like these feelings and these emotional swirls, because that is the human experience, is our emotional state. That is what we experience here in the human state, in the human form, as our spirit comes here, our spiritual self comes here to experience the human state. That's that emotional cul-de-sac that we get lost in. You're welcome. Upcoming next week, I mean, these are messages, these are recounts. Sometimes we will go into, your past life. Your past life will come in and try to navigate your current life on its journey and its path through your meditative state. I mean, it's not always about, us and our current self, but there's lessons that we are supposed to be able to figure out based on some sort of connectivity. It's connectivity with past, present, and future, while not, living in the state of past and future, but only remaining present in your human form. Oh my God, the complications of it all, right? But this need for your mind to experience all things at once, the human body is limiting. Okay. It's very limiting. It's very it's fallible, it's limiting, it's and it depends on what you do with it in its state, to be able to create those abilities and capabilities to travel, to connect, to be able to have that true divine connection, right? This takes discipline. This takes complete and total lock on really looking at it for what it's supposed to be, instead of what you hope it is or imagine it to be. Leave the cul-de-sac as fast as you got in it. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Oh. So, huh. So Evo, does that answer anything for you about that 7th dimension stuff? It's some, I definitely would need to look further into that. I haven't been back. I've been once. I've been one time to the 7th. I travel frequently to the 5th, the 5, probably a 6, probably 6, sometimes. But I honestly, when I meditate, I frequently will go into a meditative sleep, and to come out of it in a state of recognition is where I slip. I do slip there, because I'll get up and I'm like, what time is it? What do I need to do? What's going on? And then I'm like lost, and then it's gone. It's gone. My message is just like, ding, because I went back into my 3D quickly. All at the same time. Instant manifesting. I have not personally met anyone that can instant manifest, no, but I do know people who are very powerful manifestors, very powerful manifestors. But again, humans are fallible, and there are many, 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 many things here on 3D Earth intended to distract you from being able to achieve many things built by design. It's built by design. And as humans, we are very tempted by that low hanging fruit. We find it irresistible because we're freaking hungry and we're gluttonous and we greedy and we're selfish and we want and we feel like we deserve, right? So we just snatch it up and gobble it out. So there is, um, mm-hmm. Snap awake. Yep. Yeah. We are fast learners. Indeed. Very. Very fast learners. The thing of it is like the world though, the world that we've been put in has been designed by the thems, the theys, the whatever, right? It's designed on purpose by people who have been here many, 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 many times. The game is very well established and you can't help but be inundated with it. And it's your ability to kind of navigate through it and not let it overtake you in order to achieve the levels of ascension, healing, and connectivity to the outer world. The thing of it is, though, is that when you get here, you get so attached to here because here is here. And I'm only here for a moment and let me just blah, 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 blah. So people frequently will let go of their need and want to attach to everything else because here is so temporary. It is so fleeting. It is just a moment. You do miss out on great, wonderful, poignant opportunities to truly ascend, grow, and heal through your journey here by just kind of giving in and letting it overtake you. But I do see, it's look around. It's not hard to see temptation is everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's by design because humans are weak. Only the strong will survive, right? So, but nobody gets out alive is the game. And, ultimately, it's every man for themselves. We're each on our own path. There's no, instruction book. There's no exact, proper, perfect way of doing it, and no one has all the answers. No one does. The amount of information is unattainable. Unattainable. You can't possibly know every single thing there is to know. You just can't. There's not enough time. You would have to shut every single thing out and absorb every single thing you can all at the same time. It's weird. It's weird how it works, right? Survival of the fittest. Eva will be right here. Be right here. Faux show. Faux show. So, you want to know it all? You already know it all. Wish granted. Huzzah. It's a lot to know. It's a lot to know. It's a lot to know. I mean, can you be a medical doctor? What is it? An engineer, a pilot? Can you also learn everything there is to know about geology? Can you learn everything there is to know about every science ever? All the math, all the grammar, every language ever, why it was created, the history, true history, true history, not just regurgitated what is it? Echo chamber history, but real history. The unknown, the known, you better get busy. Right? You better get busy. And the first way to do that is put the devices down and just for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Forever, forever, forever. So with my spiritual journey, what got me into it? And are any of your family members seem like me? So my spiritual journey, again, it was my medium, my psychic medium. I was getting readings from my medium forever. My first tattoo ever, I'm sure y'all seen it. Yeah, I'm a Cancer. I was 18 when I got that, and I've been reading my astrology and my zodiac since I'm a child. Oh, so I've always been into it, and I've always been into other people's signs and why you are the way you are. But the level to which to dive into it deeply, of course, was always, put aside by the looking down on it, all that stuff. But now knowing what I know, like, people of great power use this information and teach everyone else that it's hooey so that they don't know the power. So so when I realized this, I started like diving into it as hard as I could, as a part of me learning to channel, basically to channel, to sharpen my intuition. My mom has always said, they're telling me. She would say this my entire life. They're saying, they're telling me, I'm seeing, right? She would use these metaphysical terms my entire life. My mom was doing this. And then when it became more mainstream that people were visiting mediums and ghost hunting and all that stuff, she started getting more brave about actually voicing what she was experiencing. And so she found our medium, and then I started utilizing the medium. And then my final reading I had with him ever 3 years ago was my guidance to get to the point where I'm at now, including this rig, reading, my ascension, detachment from everything I knew to the transition of everything I am now. It all started in like late 20 to the very beginning of 2021. Like 2021, 2021, January 1st, 2021, I went vegan and cut everything off. I quit watching television, everything, starting January 1st, 2021. I was like, that's it. I am devout, basically. So I gave myself to spirit and my journey and my path. And I mean, like, gave myself, because I cut every single thing off. I quit eating meat. I started, reading. I started studying, and I quit talking to other people that were negative, low vibe, quit listening to the music, the movies, all that stuff. Just shut everything out. And it was a complete and total different me. I had to warn people too. You have to tell people that this is what you're doing, because it freaks people out. Look, I'm going to be different going forward and all this stuff. So yes, a trigger from inside of others. Yep. It was many things. My life, man. I've had this crazy ass life. And then once I started on the spiritual journey after talking to my medium, see, I was getting a reading about a boy. What's going on with this guy? This guy. Before it was my husband, and he was like, you need to leave him. And then I would take the information and go back and try to fix my husband with what he would say. And it would like make everything worse. And then I would get another reading and try to take that information and go back and fix my ex-husband, right? I was going to fix him. And like, because counseling wasn't working, all the other stuff, it wasn't working. And so now I'm getting, psychic readings and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, now this is a way that we could, and it just made everything worse. And so, but he always kept he just would consistently have a message. You choose incorrectly. This is not your path. You choose incorrectly. This is not your path. And then the last reading I got was about, a boyfriend. And he was like, you never choose correctly. We're not going to talk about that guy. Get rid of him. It's not for you. You can do what I do, right? And I was like, I thought so. And then it just kind of went from there. So, um, But when I do something and I commit to something and I decide to make up my mind and I'm going to go for it, like I'm all in. When I decided to be a party girl, I was the best party girl there was. When I decided to be a cosmetologist, I took all the extra classes. I was in weekend classes, taking all the extra art classes, the skincare classes, the textured hair. Like I wanted to do black hair, Asian hair, all the color techniques. I learned theatrical makeup, not just makeup and make pretty. Like if you want me to do theatrical Hollywood style, like gore on your face and make you look messed up, I could do that. But these are the things when I dive into something and I commit to it, this is why none of my relationships work, because I'm like, I chose you, you're going to work, and they're like, no, I don't want to work. It's so, but that's it. When I go into something, I go all in, all in. That's why I was a reckless poker player. I like to play poker, but I'm pretty reckless. And then I have a lot of tails now, so I'm horrible at it now because I don't need a mood rig. I got a face. So telling all these people the exact same thing. I know, right? I know. I do. I put all of myself into it. That's what I did because I was just like, that's everything I do. Everything I do, I'm all in. I'm all in. I have decided to do this. And when I decide to not do it, I'm all out. And there is no looking back. None. None. I will entertain your want to communicate with me, but that's as far as it's ever going to go. And it may not even go that far. Okay. So that's just me. I don't know why. I have a lot of mutable and cardinal in my chart. There's very, very, very little fixed energy in there, but there's I do have a lot of Virgo. Like Virgo, I have a Virgo, not it's a stellium, but plus. Oh, I don't know. No. I'm just I like it. I like to be that way. I guess that's the difference. Like I like to be stubbornly different. I'm not a conformist. I will never conform. Mentality, but it doesn't work. Not with man that doesn't want to change. Oh yeah. No. And that's all the wrong energy. You cannot pour into somebody else and expect them to do anything. All they'll do is like a micro dot of what you want them to do because it's what you want them to do. It's not what they want to do. And then the second something goes wrong, bam, they're right back to the way things were. Because it wasn't their choice. It wasn't their decision to change, to make the effort to become a better person. You can only lead by example. And like I tell everybody, you can only lead by example. And you have to be in the energy of, I'm not going to control you, but I know what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate. That's it. Because the only thing you ever have control over is yourself. You don't even have control over your kids. Your kids are going to do what they're going to do. Period. Bottom line, the end. The only thing you can do is be an example. That's it. That's all you can do your entire life. Aqua. Call me out with my aqua stuff. Learn, girl. Grace, what's your sign again? Were you Pisces? Brick wall is art about Pisces. Yeah, Pisces. Thank you. I was like, weren't you a Pisces? Did you see me hunting? I was hunting hard. I almost said Gemini and they go Pisces. That's right. Nothing you can do. Bingo. I think it's just us in the room. I do want to read this about peace. Peace. It's pretty good. I love this deck. This is the Wisdom Oracle. And I've read it so much that it falls open to peace. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? It falls open to peace because I've read it so damn much. I just opened the book to peace. I wanted to read peace. And it look at what I did. Did y'all see that? Did you see this? And for my next trick, I will read. No. It just opened at it. Okay. It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and a soul's satisfaction. That is total peace. Isn't it? It's like utopic. It's utopic. And you are the creator of that by having radical acceptance over all situations, all things, radical acceptance. It either is or it isn't, but no matter what, I will be okay. No matter what, it either is or it isn't, but no matter what, I will be okay. Not sending your energy outward. They won't, they do, they, them, he, they, she, blah, blah. Inward is peace, blissed out, that state of peace, right? Radical acceptance. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Even if you're going through shit, it's supposed to be. It just is. It just is. It's meant for you to experience so that you can learn something to evolve and grow you to the next level. It's a series of level ups. It's a series of ascension through life. But we are tested with things we learn so that we can get to the next phase, next phase, next phase, next phase. To sit stagnant, to sit in your comfort zone is to block yourself from growth, evolution, and true lasting happiness. Radical acceptance. Exactly. Totally. It is a trick to read. It is a trick to read. I am reading. There's big words in here. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to power through, and we're going to look it up, and we're going to let Google tell us how to say it. I can't tell y'all how hard I suffered with the word paradigm. Paradigm. I think I was calling it peridium. But you can't fault people for pronouncing things incorrectly because they probably read it somewhere. This is something I heard once. It's so fantastic. Never fault a person for the way they pronounce a word, especially when it's being used correctly, because they probably read it somewhere. They read it in a book or on something. And so in their mind, they enunciated it, looked it up, figured it out. And so now they think, right, that word is that meaning. So you can't fault them for that enunciation and be like, oh, I can't believe you said it that way. It's, hey, they know the word and they know the context. So, it's like the grammar police that run around and like to correct your spelling. It's like, come off yourself, dude. Put your red pen away. Unclench your pearls and get over it, The English language is so weird. It's just weird because we have our regular words. We have a word that'll be spelled the same that means different things. We will have one word that is spelled different ways that means different things. We will have a word that is spelled different ways that could mean similar things. We'll have a word that is not even a word that is now a word just because it's popular and the kids are saying it. We'll have another word that was invented and put into the freaking dictionary. They just keep adding to it. You keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. It's how many more? How many more? How much more wilder can you get? Pretty soon we'll all be speaking in fragmented syllables. we'll be all speaking in like shorthand. Screw this time wasting enunciation of full complete sentences. We're just going to speak in shorthand. Did y'all ever take typing in shorthand? I know Zen did. Exactly. Get out of my head. Okay. Yeah. Whilst off at Bootylicious, that bling is in the dictionary. 1984. Yep. Bingo. Precisely. Hey, is it just you and me here? We're just hanging out. It was 12:12. Look at us just hanging out. Okay. All right, kids. It's an hour and a half in. I'm going to go ahead and call it. That was fun. What a fun little non-tarot live. It was a little bit of tarot, but you know, flipping, chatting, guiding. Flipping, chatting, and guiding. My guides are always honored to be able to help to offer you some sort of clarity, some sort of assistance. I am honored to be able to be a vessel of that for you. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for playing along. All your likes, your shares, your comments, your follows, everything. Thank you very much. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is in the link on my page. Be sure to check that out. Also, you can catch me live. Segue. Speaking of, so you can catch me live on all platforms. That is all the way at the bottom of that link tree. You can catch me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and here. Hit that notification bell so you can catch me because it's not scheduled. It's energetically called. Until next time, thank you. Appreciate everybody. All you little few, my few and faithful, thank you all so much. I'll see y'all soon. All the love, light, and abundance you can possibly stand. Take care. Bye.